after that first half. Offensively, obviously, not the percentage of the shooting that we want to see. Did that have any shades at all of last year's Radford game? Because Courtney kind of brought it up before a little bit.
No, actually, we were up 24-12 in that game, and we didn't step on the throats the way that we needed to. I thought tonight we really started the game with the defensive intensity and effort that we demand out of our guys. We missed a lot of really open shots. It's a fine line, when you're not making shots, you keep taking good threes. I told Will Baker in the hallway, I said, I say this to guys a lot. I said, your next one's in, but he's still searching for that one, and he's a good shooter, as are a lot of the guys that took those shots. But when you're playing that way on the offensive end, you have to hang your hat on your defense, and I thought our guys did a good job of doing that.
Shaka, when a group is as bought in defensively as this group looks like they are, do you sense that the frustration is less when shots are going in, that they're bought into playing defensively? Do you sense there's less frustration?
It depends on the night. I thought tonight there was some. These games are harder than they appear on paper, and that's a lesson that a lot of our guys have learned, but sometimes they need to relearn. Just look at Kentucky tonight. Cal Baptist is going to win a lot of games this year. They're dangerous. We were really concerned about this game starting at about midnight on Saturday night when we started watching tape on them on the plane. And then we come out and we struggle to score the ball in the first half. But I thought our guys really responded well. They came out of halftime really with great energy, built a lead for us, and then the lead was cut down to 3, and we called timeout. And I really liked the look in our guys' eyes in the timeout. They were poised. They were determined. They knew what we needed to do. And I told them, I said, some of you guys have phenomenal experience in these situations, so now's the time to use it.
Courtney from one half to another looked like a different guy. Was that just him? What was it?
He's still learning. He's still figuring things out. He's a really good player. He cares about winning a lot, so much such that sometimes it even gets in the way of the process because he's so locked in on creating that result. But I thought in the second half, the way he took over, it was a great sign, and he has that in him, And him and Matt are still learning to play together and when to kind of push each other's numbers. But I thought they did a good job managing that game in the second half.
You went to the
Will and the three-pointers,
Mm-hmm.
and does have the temptation to be able to shoot, but do you want him rolling like Sims does? The basket or
He rolls on some of the stuff we do, but he pops on a lot of the stuff we do because one of the best things he does is shoot the 3. And, it's easy for anyone to sit there and say, well, he hasn't made any. Well, we've played 3 games, and, you got to give the guy a chance. It is a game where the more you make, the more opportunity you get, but you got to shoot them to make them. And we believe he's going to make a lot of threes here at Texas over the course of his career. And as long as he keeps getting good ones, we want him to take them. There are some situational factors, though, over the course of a game. When you're in a game and the ball's not going in from outside, then you got to get the ball in the paint. I thought our guys in the second half did a good job of being very intentional about getting the ball in the paint and creating opportunities from there.
Was that Courtney's mindset? It looked like as soon as he got the ball in the second half, he was
Yeah.
running the rack hard and creating for others.
Yeah, he was trying to lead, and he was successful in trying to lead. He wanted to set a tone. We made a big deal out of driving the basketball, so that's what he did. He's still learning. Sometimes the right reads or right passes to make. He's very instinctual, but he's still learning to trust that read. But we're 3 games into our season. We have a lot of growing to do. Got a lot of improving to do. But I like the fact that our guys, they understand that our anchor is defense. They understand that we're best when we play we over me offense, and they know we got to get better, and that's what we're going to work on.
Coach, Gerald Liddell played fewer minutes than the rest of your starters, but he was still in late in the fourth quarter. Could you talk about why
Yeah.
you wanted him in down that home stretch?
Well, he would have played a lot more minutes, but he was in foul trouble the whole game. So, he played less minutes in the first half because he had 2 fouls, and then he picked up his 3rd foul early in the second half, and he came out, and then he picked up his 4th foul. So that's why he played less minutes. But I thought he, once he's kind of settled in and got attacking, he did some good things for us. I told him, I said, there's going to be games like this where certain things don't go your way. I thought he was frustrated almost from the first ball that didn't go in for him. And, it's tough to play out of frustration. You can play out of anger because you can do something with it. But, he played so well at Purdue, and he's hard on himself. He set a standard really high. He's got to, learn to respond to, times when things don't go his way. And I thought at times tonight he did a good job of that.
What's the status of Royce Ham? Saw him looking up the.
He hurt his ankle. Obviously he went back in the game, so he was well enough to do that. He'll get with our training staff right now and evaluate where he is. But it's a good sign that he came back in.
How heartening was it for you with the quality and experience of their backcourt to be able to turn those guys over 10 times?
Yeah, it was, I thought, a really good job on the part of our guys of getting their hands on the basketball. We have a goal of getting 32 or more deflections in the game, and we got 39 tonight. And so that's a big emphasis of just disrupting what they do through getting your hand on the basketball, whether it's a pass, whether it's a dribble. So that was huge. They made 8 threes. They're a really good three-point shooting team. That's higher than what we would want it to be. There was a few times where we let up a little bit, and they took advantage every single time. I thought other than those, our guys did a good job contesting shots.
J.C. Washington didn't really have a shooting touch tonight, but it looked like he had a few plays where he just really locked in defensively. What did he do for y'all on that side?
Yeah, he's making progress on the defensive end for sure. This is the new normal for him, that other teams are going to really stick to him. And on some nights, it may be tough to get him a large number of wide open looks from 3. We run some actions to get him those shots, but to be honest, he's always been best getting shots in transition and getting shots off of other guys creating and finding him. But teams know he can really, really shoot the ball, and they know we want to get him as many threes as we can. But he's doing a good job of being sturdier on defense than he's ever been. He blocked a couple shots. He's done that so far this year. We've challenged him to step forward and rebound more. So I think he's growing in that area.
How flexible is this 4-guard alignment allow you to coach?
Well, it just gives us more decision makers on the floor, and depending on who we have out there, more shooting. Obviously makes you smaller, so it can impact the rebounding. And it depends on who you're playing against and what type of lineup they have in the game. But at the end of the day, you want to have 5 guys out there that can create for each other and play together. And that lineup in the Purdue game did a really good job of doing that. I thought tonight in the second half we did. And then it comes down to, can you make the shot?